Welcome everybody to the late version, maybe Power Rankings week 6.5. Almost done week 6 or week 7 at this point, but it's not in my rankings. I do have a guest with me again this week, not Kyle this time. So, without further ado, I'm going to play a little intro that I made for us, and then we'll jump into the Power Rankings with our guest. And what's Power Rankings without a beer for me? So I think this is going to be a tradition. So my guest this week for the Power Rankings is Scott. Say hi, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. Do you prefer Humps or Scott?
People call me Humps.
All right, so I think we'll just try to keep it a little bit quicker than last time. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. But if you want to jump straight in with yours with number 10, and then I'll carry on like we did in the previous episode.
I made a couple notes last night pretty quickly here. Nothing's really changed. It's going to be Hannah in 10. She's surprisingly, she actually has a good-looking team on paper, but just no performance so far. I personally think a little bit of mismanaging early on. She kept Kenny Galladay in instead of Moore, and left Waller in this week when she could have easily taken him out and switched him out. So, yeah, she should be looking towards next year already.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. We've been over this in previous episodes. Hannah doesn't like me because I always put her at the bottom. But my view is she just needs to improve and become a better team. So I have her at 10 also. I don't think I need to say anything beyond that. She's 1-5 after 6 weeks. She might win this week, but yeah. I'll jump to my 9th. A little bit of a surprise to me when I was looking through the standings, something I didn't really expect. And that's Guerin sitting at 2-4. He has Henry, which is amazing, but not too much else on his team. Like, Henry can carry you, but not that far. What do you think? Who do you have at 9?
Yeah, I got Garrett there as well. King Henry's just not enough to keep his team going, I think. Julio, Keenan Allen, like they've kind of let him down this year. Kittle on the IR doesn't help either. Keenan Allen, I made a note here. He only has one touchdown this year. So, like,
really,
a top pick like that, he only has one touchdown. From what I saw, I could definitely be wrong. But, yeah, this point in the year, I think it's either he goes up or down after this week. And if he needs to decide whether he wants to dump off some of his assets or just, steady the ship forward and keep losing.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked by that. I was very disappointed that he got Keenan Allen. I was really targeting him in the draft.
I know for a high-powered offense, he's not really producing. It's Mike Williams there that seems to be doing everything.
Damn right. Who do you got at 8?
At 8, I actually have you, Lyndon.
Oh no!
I put you down there. I categorized it. It's like you and a couple of the people I have up coming next are so it's just so close. But basically, your team could be so much better. But Patty, 9 interceptions this year, 2 fumbles. That's a lot of points off the board right there that he could be having. Only 1 rushing touchdown too. So I think the value that you thought you're getting there definitely is not there right now, but somehow he still puts up points. He still has lots of points every week. So I don't really know what's going on, but Gibson struggles for you. He could easily bounce back. Cordell's been nice. But to be honest, it's just points against have killed you. Yeah. You can put up points for, you crushed me when we played, but points against is just the killer.
Yeah, it feels like every week I'm going up against one of the top scoring teams. But yeah, I agree with Patty Mahomes. Like, I picked him in the 2nd round because I was expecting a lot from him. It's a disappointment. I will disagree with you on the 8th spot, though.
Yeah,
I have Kyle at 8th. I really liked his team at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure what's happened with it. It's just not good. He lacks RB depth. I think it shows a little bit. Like, he got Eli Mitchell, who has been fantastic when he's healthy. But his problem is his team's not necessarily staying healthy, and when they're not, it's just not good. It's not working. So I have him at 8th. And then I'll jump straight into my 7th, which you had me at 8. I have myself at 7. I think my team's a little bit better than Kaio's, but I can't disagree with you. I've been pretty unlucky with who I'm playing against. I've touched on it a bit. I'm disappointed in my team a little bit, even though they're decent. So here I am outside the playoffs still. Who do you have at 7?
I got Steve. He's going through a tough streak right now since the last power rankings. He's 1-3 to give him a 3-4 record overall here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could add a piece to make a run, but if he doesn't, then yeah, like we've criticized him with Joe Mixon there, and he's completely a wild card. We call him Bad Luck Joe. But I like Waddle on his team. Like he was a player I wanted early on.
Mm-hmm.
Boom or bust really depends on the quarterback there, right? So I think Steve's in a place. Like I said, there was 8, 7, 6. Like those positions were kind of just a toss up. I found them very, very equal. So he can make a run if he adds a piece here. Just needs to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think Waddle might have got injured this week. I'm not sure how serious it was though. What about
Yeah,
at 6? Who do you have at 6?
so throw into 6. I actually have Kyle. I looking on paper, I really like the game, but it's just not performing like you say. I do like Najee. Mike Williams has been a surprise. Cooper
Mm-hmm.
Kupp could step up definitely, but like on paper, he has a really nice squad, but it's just not producing.
Yeah, completely agree. My ratings are somewhat similar. I kind of have Steve in the same spot, but um, I do have one person lower than Steve. And I think this comes down to my ratings are based on week 6. So I haven't accounted an additional loss for Steve. But I actually have the fall of Joshua down to number 6. I think I had him 2 or 3 last time. His team's good, but I feel like it's not a great team. It's missing some pieces, and it's an above average team. I just don't see it being a strong competitor anymore. I'm not sure why. Like, it looks good. I just fail to see the greatness in his team.
Yeah.
And that'll move me to my my number 5, who and maybe you get the bump because you're on my on the show this week, but it's not you at 5. I have Steve here. I think maybe after this week I might have to knock you down a bit from where you are. But I am gonna have Steve here, where again he has a solid team, but similar to Kaio's team, he just lacks the depth to be at the top of the rankings for me at least. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about it. Just he needs some depth. A lot of these teams down here are an injury away from being out of the playoffs, in my opinion. Who do you have at 5?
At 5, I have Josh. Tough injuries, like you say, CMC. Huge loss for him. He just needs some luck. He needs a big fantasy bump here. And I think Ridley's been a huge disappointment for him.
Yes.
The top receiver that's kind of doing nothing, and that could turn around here. But yeah, he is 500 since the last ranking, so he does have a decent record at 4-3, and he can still push playoffs. And I know he's a good fantasy manager. It's just a matter of getting some luck here, and yeah, moving forward from that.
No, that's fair. I have not conversed with Josh too much. It's his first year in the league, so I'm not really sure what to think of him. But I think I agree with what you're saying. Who do you have above him in 4?
You know what? To not be biased, I would love to put myself number 1, but I actually at 4. That's just honestly, you cursed me. Cursed me since last time. Like I have Russell on the IR. I got Carson, Edwards-Helaire, Jerry Judy's still on the IR down there. So when those guys get back and come back healthy, I think I'm gonna be right back up there and power through. But just as of now, like same thing. I went 500 from the last rankings. I still have a 5-2 record, so my record definitely reflects my early success. But we're also looking through some of the bye weeks and stuff. So I think I won this week based on a few bye week players that were on the bench. So yeah, I have to put myself down to the 4.
You know what? I completely agree with you. That's where I have you also. I have you at 4 this week. I'm not going to say it's because I cursed you. I think this is on your team. I might have cursed myself a bit with that. With Russell Wilson going down, Lockett was a big part of my team, and that's hurt me a lot with my lack of wide receiver depth on my team. But enough about me. I like your team. You have Jamar Chase.
Huge deal. Huge.
That guy is insane this year. That's a prime keeper on top of that for next year. I do like your team quite a bit, even if some people might not like it so much in the rest of the
And you
league.
know what? I've been lucky with points against as well. Like I have, I'm not the lowest. I think I'm like third or fourth lowest, but still, it makes a difference, right?
I
Get
completely
some of those
agree,
wins.
and something that I guess you can't see because of the program we're using, but on the overlay, I actually have your subtitle is maybe your luck has run out, and
I
and
don't know.
and for me, maybe I might be the least lucky fantasy team for my points against every week.
Oh yeah.
But enough about us. I'm going to move up to my number 3, who I hate to have him this high. And he's just going to love that I said that about him. But I have K's at number 3. I don't like putting him there. I don't like the results have him there. But I don't like his team that much. I think it might just be a bit of a mirage since the last power rankings that we're seeing. But for now, your team's okay. You've had some good weeks. Congratulations at number 3, Ks. I hope you're happy with that at least. What about you?
Yeah, fair enough. I have actually Joe at number 3.
Okay.
Um, yeah, somehow he still has a decent record with Barkley, which is an absolute trash pick. I would pass him over in every single round. He's always been dead, and he screwed me one year, so I have a huge hate for him. But yeah, basically, this guy's team can put up points somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have him at 4. Like it's just a solidly built squad. Should see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. I
Then
obviously have him a bit higher, but I'll let you carry on to your number 2.
yeah, so coming in at 2 here, I have Gurry.
Okay.
So
Oh no.
yeah, so another good team by Gurry. That guy can somehow draft, and I don't know if he really knows what's going on. I think he just lucks out on this stuff. But Chubb, when he comes back, that's gonna be a welcomed addition for him.
Yep.
Brady's been awesome. Andrews had that one like 30 something point week that was huge. Godwin and the Brady Godwin combo, it could be hit and miss with Evans being down there too, but still, when that connects, like all those players are solid. That's the reason why he's up here. I think I have him since the last time. Gary's been on the upward trend here. He's where is that? I don't know if I have him here actually. Forgot to write his record down. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Gary was 4-2 going into this week, and I think he might lose to Hannah.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. 3-1 since the last
Yeah.
power rankings here. So he's on the upward trend.
Yeah, I completely agree. I do have Gurry at number 2 for myself as well, which is going to spoil both of our number 1s. But, like, I'm not sure how he's going to survive without Chubb in his lineup going forward, unless he's back shortly. I laughed at his team because it's basically the Buccaneers and the Browns with a couple extra pieces. I don't know how that works. It seems like every week they just all score a lot of points. And it's working. It surprises me, but for now he is my number 2, and with that, I have Jose as my number 1, who I like his team so much. He does nothing but score a lot of points. He has a variety of players that will always put up points for him somehow, and I just think it's a really well constructed team personally. So Jose, congratulations, you're my number 1. And with that, I guess you have K's at number 1. What do you want to say about his team?
Well, he's undefeated since the last rankings, and yeah, I just like his team. I know Cook hasn't been the greatest, but like Robinson's a solid player. Eckler's a good running back. Honestly, his team's very similar to my other one in our other league, and I'm first place there, just crushing that league. But yeah, Knox could be a great pickup moving forward. I'm pretty sure he got him off the waivers there.
Mm-hmm.
Robinson or Allen Robinson, he's absolute garbage again. Like I'd
Yeah,
never pick there, but if he can dump him, he should try to dump him for some picks, or um, even try to just find some value somewhere else, right? Like
completely agree.
so I know St. Brown, he has him down at his second flex spot there, and it you look at the guy's stats, and lately he's been putting up some decent points for a second flex spot. So I think that's where he finds a little bit of his value. Not too much, not saying that's going to win him a week or anything, but he's got a nice little player down there. And yeah, I got one more note here, and it says no one puts up points against this team. So I guess that means he has the least points against. So
That
that's a
that is
factor
very
there
true.
too. But
That is
you
very true.
can't. I just basically went off like he's undefeated for the. He went from second last to almost first, or if not first now. So I think that just kind of reflects on how his team's doing and some of the moves that he's made. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah, I can't argue with there. Congratulations to Kays and Jose for being at the top of our respective power rankings. I personally discounted Kays because nobody puts up points against him, but I can't argue with that logic. If he's undefeated, he deserves to be up there. And with that, do you have anything more you want to say about the power rankings today?
No, I think they're pretty good. I like how this is all switched up. Different guys coming in, bringing their added value. So yeah, we'll see who's on next. See the special guest and see where we're all at.
Sounds great to me. Thanks for joining. It's great to have, like you said, some variety, but to have you volunteer to come on the show, I appreciate that. And even if two people, not including myself, want to do it, I can coordinate that. But yeah, thanks for joining again, and I hope there's not too much criticism of us once this comes out. And yeah, thanks, and have a good week, guys.
Yeah, see you later.